Good morning. I forgot how much I enjoyed the dogs not having squeaky toys just because it's like, 6 in the morning, squeak, 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 squeak. They'll break them soon. That's all I need. My consolation is we'll chew through the squeakers soon. Oh, bed made, water done, teeth brushed, face washed. All my morning habits so far up to this point done. I've gotten a pretty good habit of literally just coming downstairs and going immediately to the elliptical, which is good because the elliptical I'm treating more like a sprint kind of thing because I want to be able to but I want to be able to move faster. But it's really good. It's really good for the joints and not being such a pain. So 2 minutes on the elliptical, here we come. Woo! 2 minutes, done. Good job, Amanda. Squeaker down, 1 to go. Now I see why they're pestering each other over the same toy because there's only 1 squeaker left. It's not even been 12 hours since they've had it. Water. I'm gonna make myself a little bit of LMNT in just a little bit. Appreciate my morning 70-pound snuggle dog. Something I want to reiterate that I remind myself daily that is important is to make sure that you are doing your celebrations after you do your habits, or even if it's not even a habit, giving yourself a kudos for doing something is super duper important. Because you're gonna hear me say it every day. We change best by feeling good about ourselves, not bad. Praising ourselves even when we do the tiniest things. Even though someone might scoff at my 2 minutes on the elliptical. Don't care. Good job, Amanda. We're prepping for the dragon invasion in this house. Out the window. But seriously, it is super important. And not that we're dogs, and I'm not trying to compare ourselves to it, but if you've ever done dog training, it is extremely important that you reward them immediately after they've completed the task. Not even a second. Try to a millisecond after they've completed what you want them, the sit, lay, stay, whatever. You give them the treat because they tie treat equals what I did. Good. And so that's how they learn very quickly. Same thing with humans. We need to celebrate and give positive reinforcement for the small things. So give yourself a kudos because we're not using food anymore for treats, right? This morning I was reading a few comments and there was one that I really think is important to talk about. She was talking about anxiety, depression, and having healthy habits is good. And it is good. But how we can let them become burdens and they can actually generate more stress and anxiety. Funny enough, Scott was telling me yesterday that he was getting so much to drink because one of his habits he does is every time he gets a cup of coffee or water, for every cup, he does 2 push-ups and a hamstring stretch. But he got so many drinks yesterday that he fell behind and he didn't end up doing them. This is why having a microscopic, tiny habit, especially in the beginning, is so dang important. It needs to be so simple that you can just, it's like breathing, easy to do. And that's why I set the elliptical for 1 minute, because 1 minute is nothing. If I do 2, perfect, but my minimum is 1 minute. And it did become a burden for him mentally and became kind of a stressor for him. So when I suggest these habits, don't overwhelm yourself, because I'm definitely making sure I'm not. Don't overwhelm yourself with setting it too high. If you make a goal and thinking about doing that goal when you're at your lowest peak, when you're really tired and you don't want to do anything and you can't do it, back the habit down to make it as simple as humanly possible. Where if you were sick, you could get up and still do it. Because then you're always going to do it. That's the point of the habit, is that you do it and you don't start skipping it, because the more we skip it, the less likely we're going to do it. And that just means something's off. Either it's too difficult or your motivation's too low. And sometimes we can't even change our motivation. It is what it is, okay? But we can change the difficulty of whatever the task or the habit we're trying to create is by making it shorter, making it easier. Like if you want to read a book, my goal or my habit is one paragraph, one literal paragraph. I end up reading pages usually at a time, but I can read one paragraph. It'll take me 30 seconds to read. Make the little habits that you make small in bite-sized pieces as you can, because then you're going to be more consistent about it. And it's like a snowball. It'll build up over time. That you go from like me, 1 minute on the elliptical to 2 to 3 to whatever it's going to be. That is the whole point of tiny habits, is getting consistency underneath us, being consistent with it, and then it grows. So don't talk yourself out of doing a tiny habit because it's just not enough. Because when I first started with the elliptical, I'm like, oh, a minute, that's not enough. But Amanda, a minute a day is a heck of a lot more than no minutes for 4 years. Because if I had done a minute every day for 4 years, look at what that adds up to, right? And that's the whole point of tiny habits, is learning consistency, making it as simple as humanly possible so we're going to do it. And those are the two things that are the fundamentals for it. So I just wanted to share that. Drink my raw element. I put it in warm water. This is half a pack in this size cup. This morning, 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, with my Redmond's salt. Yeah, this is what I ate everything and flossed my teeth. I think I can say doing carnivore, I have the best oral hygiene ever. I floss after every single meal now. Every single meal. So pretty much 2 meals a day. So I floss twice a day. It is bike ride time. That one's excited. It's 46. I thought it'd be a little bit warmer. It is not. Olive, we've had a couple squirrel attacks today and she's just been beside herself. We've made a left turn in our circle 3 times. It's the same dang squirrel that keeps tormenting for her. One happy big black dog and excited 2 other dogs to go for their W. To walk at the pond again, but this time I learned my lesson not to let Olive get near the water to wipe her face in goose poop. First walk. She's looking for treats. Workout, coconut LaCroix, no sugar, no artificial sugars, no stevia. Now I can't remember where I put my glasses.
Protect my eyes and ears.
Dinner time. Scott made my favorite. It's a taco bowl with queso. You said there was 9 ounces in here? Something like that.
9.8, but that includes the cheese.
9.8, okay. I have a little sour cream with it. And then I love having the chicken breast Carnivore Crisps with it because it's like having chips. I don't even like chicken breast, but I love these with it. It's actually my favorite way to eat them. Eating
2-day-old chopped up steak, Thanksgiving ham, bacon.
the famous meat mush. It actually smells good.
Well, it's got the extra queso in it.
Oh, that's why. It is evening time. It's like 8:30-ish, something like that. I did not get very far. That's as far as I got. On the Highland Cow for my nephew. I'm gonna work on it some tonight. Today was another good day. I did have a little bout of self-doubt earlier in the day. Not about weight loss or anything like that, just life stuff, you know. And really discovering that it was just unmet expectations, that I would ride the high of high, feeling good, thinking, you know, made great decisions, and then an expectation that I hadn't really realized I had made not being met, and then feeling the low and like a failure. Scott really helped me kind of see through that's all it is just like the tiny habits of having small things that you can win at, having small expectations for ourselves. Because let's say around weight would just be a really easy example. Let's say I expected to lose 8 pounds this next week. And then I get to next week and I've lost a half a pound. I would be so upset and hard on myself that, oh my God, I only lost half a pound, but I really wanted to lose 8 pounds and blah, 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 blah. Versus other way around, if I said, you know what, my expectation is a half a pound in a week. And then I lost 8 pounds, we can be so excited and happy. I mean, that's pretty drastic, but you know what I mean. Having the smallest expectation set allows for infinite possibility of growth above it. But it sets the bar really low. So if we get closer, like towards the bottom of this growth and hit right above our goal or hit our goal ourselves, we've met our expectations. I think with weight loss and health and things like that, I think throughout my journeys of life and weight loss, that's been a big thing. Is I would do some diet, whatever it was, let's say the white potato diet, eating boiled white potatoes. I'd do it for a while and I'd see some weight loss, and then all of a sudden it would stop. I would get so upset because my expectations weren't being met. I expected I would lose X, Y, Z. And whatever the rate was, whether it was realistic or unrealistic, you know. And that, I think, is applicable to all aspects of our life, not just weight loss, but business, plans, our expectations of other people. Setting the bar low allows us not to go through those highs and lows of yes, then no, then yes, then really no. I think that's a pretty good lesson learned for today. Also, something I thought was really big. As I was editing my video today, I realized I was going down to see the baby on Sunday by myself. Scott wanted to stay home, which is completely fine. I was driving by myself. And I've been driving by myself for a while now. But when I first started this, I wouldn't leave the house for months at a time. I wouldn't drive. I'd have Scott always drive. And I definitely didn't want to go places by myself. And now the fact that I can just jump in the car and not even think about it is such a blessing. Looking back at just where I was at, my God, it's been so long. Like, it's been 1.5 years now. I feel like some of it's gotten forgotten. But if I really think back on where I started, man, I would have given anything then to be where I am now. I would have given anything. And that helps me keep perspective of, like, you know, I still want to lose the last 100 pounds. if I look back on how far I've come, because I know there's some people that look at me and be like, oh, you're not successful. You haven't been a success. You know, you still have 100 pounds to lose. But it's like, man, it's not all about the weight. It's not. If I was 140 pounds skinny but depressed and suicidal, does that make me healthy? No. Is being 200 pounds but I'm healthy, or sorry, if I'm 200 pounds but I'm mentally stable and emotionally stable, is that better? You know, we can argue that having extra weight on us isn't healthy, no, but definitely it's not the only metric of health. And sometimes I forget that, and I have to remind myself periodically that. Emotional, mental. Today, I did a 50-second plank. It was sheer mental willpower that got me through to that 50 seconds because I have never done more than 30. Okay? Huge. I just realizing the strength that I have built up inside versus before I would have been like 2 seconds and quit because this is hard. Anyways, I will stop rambling for tonight. I appreciate you guys so very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day today. Everything doesn't go perfect, but find those moments that you can find joy in and hang on to them because they're what bolster us. They really are. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.